What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Deonte Brown, guard out of Alabama. And let me tell you, this dude is fantastic. To start off, he's big as hell. He's 6'4" and 350 pounds. If I had to guess, teams will probably ask him to lose a little bit of weight. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. But he has played left and right guard, so he can do either one for your team. He is a redshirt senior, so he's definitely experienced as well. But I will say, even though he's 350, he's fairly athletic considering his size. Like, he moves pretty damn well. He pulls extremely effectively. He's very good at doing scoop blocks. And he handles gap exchanges really, really well. He works really well within the offensive line as a whole. He's very good at working with the center or the tackle or whatever. He also doesn't miss with his hands at all. He gets his hands inside very consistently. And he controls people when he does. You really can't bull rush him. Like I said, he's 350 pounds. He handles power very, very well. His feet look pretty damn good considering how big he is. They're not like top tier amazing feet, but again, considering his size, they're very good. He's got a really good base, which really helps his feet. He keeps his feet pretty much parallel to his shoulders. Knee bend looks really good. He doesn't ever really get lost in zone runs. Like, he always seems like he has a good idea of who he's supposed to block. And actually, because of all those things, I want him to stay at guard. But if there ends up being a situation where, like, your tackles go down or something like that, he could probably move to tackle for you in a pinch. Now, he should stay at guard, in my opinion, but he can play tackle in a pinch, I think. I think he'd do okay there. I will say, Derek Brown was, the number 7 overall pick last year? And if you go back and watch this dude's film against him, Deonte Brown whooped his ass. He whooped his ass. Derek Brown from Auburn, he kicked his ass the whole game. It's fantastic to see. And, of course, when you're an offensive lineman or anybody, you're going to lose sometimes because you're human. You'll make mistakes, whatever. And defensive players get paid too. But when he does lose, he recovers really well. He can recover with his feet, and he can recover just because he's strong as hell. So even when he does make mistakes, a lot of times he can recover from it. Like during the play. I will say though, he's not necessarily like super flashy with his blocks. He's mostly just a get the job done type of guy. He's not really gonna jump off your screen if you're not trying to watch offensive line. But that's okay with me. When he does get the second level, he can whoop some people there. And he does have the power to whoop. Like I said, he whooped on Derek Brown. But he's not necessarily the most flashy, but I don't really care about that. Let's see. And also, the last thing, too, is he finishes really well. When he gets his hands on you, he is going to keep his hands on you the entire play. He's very good about finishing his blocks, and that's an amazing trait for me. There's so many offensive linemen that really struggle with that. And players in general just not really finishing, whether it's a running back not finishing their runs, trying to find a way to fall forward, whatever the case may be. Every position needs to be able to finish, and he's very good at doing that. So, top tier prospect to me. I know a lot of people are talking about like the Penny Sewells of the world, the Rashawn Slater, and to their credit, they deserve it. But Deonte Brown needs to be talked in that light too, especially as a guard. Yeah, man, I think this dude is a top talent for sure. I think he's one of my favorite players in this draft so far. And, yeah, I think his floor is really high. I think he's really good for you right away. And I think his ceiling is pretty high because I think he can even improve a little bit. Like I said, if he lost like maybe 15, 20 pounds like that, he might even be able to be a little bit more athletic. You know, get into an NFL weight room with their strength and conditioning staff, and who knows what this guy's ceiling could be. And I think his floor is also really high. So if your team ends up picking, like, here's the thing, like, people are gonna really hype up like the Penny Sewells of the world, and he is a very good player too. Don't get me wrong, but somebody is gonna get Deonte Brown later. And is going to just move on with a fantastic offensive lineman for the next decade. And just not have to worry about that spot. So, yeah. Deonte Brown's amazing. So, that's pretty much all I really have for you guys. If you like this video, I appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.